Hello everyone, this is your weekly update. I've got John Roberson with me here today. John, I would say he replaced Mike Thomas, but there is no replacing Mike Thomas.
No, not even close.
He took Mike's position when Mike decided to retire and move to the Great Northwest. So John's here today to talk about some stuff. But first I'll talk about this payroll ordinance issue that has come up, where if you take more than 30 days off, your merit increase is being adjusted. So we're actively working with HR and the city manager's office trying to figure out how we can get a workaround for this, because those of you who are hurt on duty, those of you who are taking advantage of the paid parental leave, there's really no reason for it unless you take a leave of absence, in my opinion, and that's something that you choose to do as an individual. So just because we're not talking a lot about it doesn't mean we're not working on it every day. I had a couple discussions about it today. So if you're going to use the paid parental leave, here's the little workaround that we can come up with right now. About the 28th or 29th day, come back to work for one shift. That resets that 30-day clock, because it's every day after 30 that it gets adjusted. So if you're off for 40 days, it's getting adjusted for 10. So use that workaround for the time being. Those of you who have industrial injuries, you can't utilize that because it would be against your doctor's orders, obviously. So we're working on it. I learned today at the department staffing meeting that apparently there's a gap in the firearms, in the list of firearms and who has what firearm. They don't have it. So your sergeants are going to start doing firearm audits and briefing of your city issued weapon, which creates another issue for those of you who carry a personal gun on duty. Make sure you check with your sergeant to find out when he is going to do this audit, and at least have him give you a day or two notice so you can make sure you can bring your city issued firearm to briefing with you so that they can check it off. They're going to verify serial numbers and to ensure that you have the gun that you're supposed to have. For some reason, that's a problem, I guess. There's an overtime committee going on right now. Dan Grant is the plea representative that's representing us on that overtime committee. I was told today at the department staffing meeting that it's basically, they're going to evaluate the overtime because I guess we're $30 million more than we were last year. It makes sense considering how many people were down. But they want to, not at the expense of officer safety, want to better deploy the overtime resources and those that are working overtime to get a better bang for the buck. But they say they won't forego officer safety. Still remains to be seen. So anyway, if you have any questions about the overtime committee, Dan Grant's your contact here at the plea office, 602-246-7869, or most of you probably have his cell phone number as well, so you can give him a call. John's going to talk about a couple things and then we'll finish it off.
Yeah, for those that don't know me, my name's John. Got about 15 years in law enforcement. Prior agency was DPS, so don't hold it against me.
AAA with a gun?
Yeah, I was a horrible trooper. Don't hold it against me. Been with Phoenix now for about 4 years. Spent my patrol time in 800. Went to 82 X-ray. Spent some time in VCB. Full-time plea for about a month now, give or take, when Mike retired. Just to go over like what Dan said in the last video, if you guys need help, if you think you need help, give us a call. Let us help you. We'd much rather talk to you on the phone or in person here when the issue is small, when we can probably get in a lot quicker and help you a lot better than before PSP called, before NOIs start rolling out, EOC starts, there's nothing much we can do once you already get NOI'd. We can help you with that process, but let us help you out before that. Give us a call. And
might be able to mitigate it and keep it from going that route if it's possible, if we know about it. So,
if it's possible.
Right. So.
But other than that, yeah, just call us. Like a guy yesterday called, he had a question about a use of force and documentation, so we walked him through it, how to best document it, and that's probably going to save him down the road.
Yep. Good information. All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
No? Okay. One last thing, quick DOJ update. There's not much of an update. They're currently waiting on the mayor, the chief, and the city manager are going to be interviewed by the DOJ. This is typically when they try to muscle them into some sort of agreement in principle, which we're having a lot of conversations. I am having a lot of conversations with the elected officials about pushing back and seeing where we can help out, pushing out information that is helpful, that the community needs to know. So at this point, there's nothing new to update. They're not making any more site visits that we know of. And apparently those meetings with the city manager, the mayor, and the chief are supposed to happen sometimes in the next month or two. But as we hear things, we'll keep you updated. All right, I think that's it. Right?
That's it.
Okay, well, you guys take care, stay safe, and take care of each other, and we will see you next time.